Hello everybody and welcome back to Lucky by Nature. So today I'm going to be talking about structures plus pillars and why I don't really like them. But here we have the pillars available on Structures Plus, and as you can see, you can get them in the same type of materials that you can the originals, but you have three different sizes. The front is 1 pillar high, the second one is 3 pillars high, and the ones in the back are 5 pillars high. Why they select those numbers, I'm not really sure. But now let's look into more detail. So one thing that we need to look at as far as Structures Plus, over here I put them all in order so that to make it easier for you guys to see. If you notice, the small pillars, they're all 4 pounds. Medium pillars are 12 pounds and the large are 20 pounds, except for the adobe. Notice that they're all the same, 4 pounds, 4 pounds, 4 pounds. And I believe that to be some kind of error on the coding part. I think that they might fix that because I just don't see why it would be the same amounts if, for instance, the middle ones, the mediums, are 3 of the small ones. So, it makes sense for these. 3 times 4 is 12. And these are 5, so 5 times 4 is 20. So, yeah, I think that's an error there. And also, when you're making them, it's not like this when you go to the store and, if you buy in bulk, you get cheaper prices. So you don't get to save any mats for this. If you look at the small, it takes 7 fiber, 10 thatch, and 40 wood. If we were to look at the large, it takes 35 fiber, 50 thatch, and 200 wood. So yeah, it's just multiplied times 5. So now that that's out of the way, let's look at other things that make Structures Plus pretty cool. If we're going to put a pillar, first thing we need to look at is notice how small these little pillars are, right? They're really, really tiny. And if we were to compare to the normal, well, number one, you know how the normal does. It doesn't go flush. So let's just go ahead and do it out here. Right there's fine. Let's pick this little guy up. And put it down. And just notice how tiny that is. But in reality, that is all you use from these guys. Because a pretty good portion of them goes into the next pillar, as you already know. And also you gotta demolish these, and these you can just pick up, which I'm sure a lot of you know. And so it is pretty cool because it always, like I said, it always goes flush. See, if it goes on a flush on the top and it goes flush on the bottom. There we go. You see, that's pretty cool. And the fact that you do have larger ones, let's look at the medium here, is that you can set them up at places where, it's much, much higher. Oops. There we go. See, that's kind of nice. And if we went further out, then we would pull out the largest one. And the other cool thing is that here, of course, you would use 3 even if you had the normal stuff, but this only counts as 1. And like I said before, it definitely helps you. Where are you? There you go. So I want to show you that with these regular pillars, you would still end up using 3, or maybe 2 actually. No, 2. So So anyways, and then you would have to come up here and demolish the top one, and you still have this ugly knob on top, and a lot of people don't like that. I mean, I don't like that. But anyways, now we are going to look at why Structures Plus, when it comes to pillars, it's not actually better than the original. So now let's get ready and put these guys into action, so we can see just how awesome these things are. So we're gonna build, and this is uneven, as many places are, and you always want to make sure you build from bottom up. It's much harder to do it the other way. But if you notice, the single doesn't work because it's obstructed. So if we go this way, for some reason you can put stuff like this on there and there's a little space there, but after that it doesn't work. I just don't know why they float like that, you know, but it is what it is. But regardless, it doesn't work. So we're kind of screwed in this situation. So let's go and see what we can do going uphill. As you can see, this doesn't work. If the single one doesn't work, this one is not going to work, obviously. And I see this as a big problem. So we're going to have to look to see what else we can do, because even the large doesn't work. So as many builders out there know, when you get to these situations, you end up having to use some ceilings. So that's what we're gonna do. But we don't want to go too high, because usually we want to save on structures. So we want to go to the very next one, and a medium is pretty much what I'd like to use, because that way I save myself a structure. But as you can see, it's gonna give me problems. So now the only other option that I have is the small one, and this should work, or at least I hope it does. Yep, it works. Alright, so that was a struggle just to go one over. So now we try it again, and as you can see, it's not going to snap in. So now we're gonna have to waste another ceiling to try to make this work. Alright, now let's go ahead and try the singles. There we go, finally. Oh, and look at that. Doesn't work. So in this situation here, it's just not gonna work. And the thing is, I don't know how a lot of you build, but I like to set up my foundation first, my support. So we're gonna have to skip that one and keep on going over here, and we come to the same problem. So at this rate, we're moving extremely slow. So we're gonna have to go all the way to the main platform and go from there down. The problem that I see with this is you can't get too low, because if you do, then you're gonna come up to the same issue that we just did just now, where nothing will be able to snap in. Alright, so now we are going to go with, I think, a medium probably. And this is kind of, I mean, even the original pillars are not this hard to snap in, because these guys always want to snap to the top. There we go. Alright, so now that we have that one in, let me try to go forward, and once again try a small one. That doesn't work either. So at least we know that it should work like this, but how far, I don't know. See if we can snap something in the center. and that's not happening. So then you have to kind of circle around just like you would in the normal ones, because every once in a while you would always have issues like that. Let me try a middle one here, medium. There we go. As you can see, to me it looks kind of like bad. Looks like ass. And we spent quite a bit of time already, and usually by now I would have like the whole support system done if I was going to do a smaller base. But it's not that easy, as you can see. So this is the part where I'm hoping that the devs actually do something about this, or that they keep the original pillars around, because you know you can mix and match and then you're fine. But now we are gonna go and see what we can do with regular pillars to show you the difference. So take a look at that monstrosity. It really is horrible. And now let's go ahead and get started with regular pillars. The only thing I don't like is this little knob right here. So as you can see, it's a lot cleaner. It looks a lot nicer, and I could even use the bottom for different things. Maybe put some boxes or things like that. But also, the reason I do it like this is because you do save yourself a lot of structures. Oh, this one, I went one too many here. But I think you get the idea. You do end up saving, not using more structures than you need to. And then this one here, I don't even really need this one, so I can actually demolish a few off of this right here, because we are connected all the way down, and we do have support all the way at the end. So we are just saving two. I think I'll leave it there, just because I don't know if this is connected to the other one there, or I could go down one, but I'm not even gonna take that chance. But anyways, I think you get the idea. So we're still saving structures by doing it like this. So ultimately, I do prefer the original pillars versus the Structures Plus pillars, unless they fix it. That's it. Till next time, keep surviving.
My work saved the human race.